Welcome to NCIX Tech Tips. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a headphone headset shopping guide, and we're going to be helping you guys compare the different levels of quality of headsets as well as some of the different features that are available. We're going to make it so that you can make an informed decision depending on what kind of audio experience you're looking for, as well as what kind of an audio source you're going to be using, so you can match that to the headphones or headset that you want to buy. Now, for the rest of this video, I'm going to be saying headsets and headphones interchangeably, but there is a critical difference. Headsets have a microphone, headphones do not. So bear that in mind, guys. Now, not all of the features you're going to shop for are necessarily to do with the actual unit itself. Some of them are going to be as simple as, well, what's compatible with your device? So most entry-level to mid-range products are going to be using your 3.5mm jacks. These are the ones that you're used to seeing on your MP3 player and your typical run-of-the-mill earbuds and headphones. Okay? There's no particular advantage or disadvantage to this connection type, so we're going to just move on. USB. You start to find USB connections on some gaming headsets. The reason for that is it consolidates it down to one connection and it gets users away from onboard audio. There's advantages and disadvantages. One of the disadvantages is that you're tied down to devices that have a driver that supports your headset. On most mid-range to high-end audio products, especially headphones, not necessarily headsets, you start running into these bad boys. These are 6.3mm jacks. The advantage is that they form a more solid connection with the device that you are using to power said headphones or headset. The disadvantage is a narrower range of compatibility. Now bear in mind that 6.3mm can be adapted to 3.5mm and the other way around, but especially when you take a 6.3 and adapt it down to a 3.5, you might find you'll have clearance issues with some devices because of the bulkier connector. Another feature that isn't necessarily part of the headset, but does matter, is the type of cable you're dealing with. So cable length is a factor. In fact, there's another thing that's kind of cool. Some headsets come with breakaway cables. So if you have a pass-through on your keyboard, you can go ahead and you can just plug in this nice short little cable there, and you can carry around the extensions if you want. There will be a very small drop-off in audio quality for using more connectors and adapters, but it's nothing you can't really deal with. Another thing that's cool that a lot of headsets have is an inline volume control, and most of them also have a microphone mute switch. So this can be very handy if you got to be like, "Yeah, I'm coming, Mom!" and you don't want to yell at all of your teammates at the same time. Another thing that factors into the cable is the overall quality of the cable. Many mid-range to high-end headsets are coming with nice braiding over top of the cable. This makes it less likely to snag on things and also less likely to be damaged by curious pets. When it comes to sound quality, whether it's the headphones or the mic, you pretty much have to pay to play. However, forking out a bunch of money, you can still end up with an unsatisfying experience. There's two major kinds of headphones, open and closed. Open has the advantage of delivering usually better bass and a more natural listening experience. It's more like listening to speakers, but it has the disadvantage of disturbing the others around you if you have the noise turned up, particularly late at night, and also allowing ambient noise in, so it can be less immersive when you're watching a movie, playing a game, or listening to music. Closed headphones, on the other hand, don't really deliver as great a bass experience, but they can be great for isolating noises in the mids and the highs, particularly things like footsteps, and especially if you have active noise cancelling, they are great for isolating the ambient noise around you and are less disruptive to others, even if you turn them up loud late at night. When it comes to comfort, aesthetics, and overall build quality, once again, generally you pay more, you get more. But there are a couple guidelines that I do want to show you guys. This is a SteelSeries 7H. This headset works really well for me, but might not work for someone else. First is the design of the ear cup. So this one uses either pleather or a cloth type material. The reason I like this is the pleather sounds more closed with this headset, and the cloth generally delivers a more open experience. So that is one thing that you might want to bear in mind. There's also the size. This size is big enough for the size of my ears. It is also deep enough for how far my ears stick off my head. If your ears are making contact with any part of the headphones, especially the plastic part inside here, they're not going to be comfortable for extended periods. There's also the matter of the headband. So does the size fit you? Is the foam up here comfortable enough? Some higher end headsets even than these use memory foam, and that can be a very, very good thing as well for extended usage periods. Finally, we've got the overall build quality against the weight. This is something that manufacturers have to balance because a steel headset would be very durable, but would not be very comfortable to wear for a long time. When it comes to aesthetics, it comes down to personal preference. We've got a bunch of headsets here. They're available in a ton of different colors and looks, so you just find something that suits your personal style. Now, I wish it was as simple as just recommending the HD800s to everybody, but it's not. Due to their open design, very large air cups, which don't fit me, although they do fit Slick, by the way, and lack of a microphone, this feature checklist is not necessarily right for everybody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a few different scenarios and make recommendations or buyer's guides based on that. So let's take the entry-level customer who doesn't have a sound card yet and is still using onboard sound, and not the good onboard sound that comes with a G1 gigabyte board, but regular onboard sound. Don't spend too much on your headset. Spend 30 to 50 bucks, find something very comfortable and lightweight because you're not going to be getting great audio quality anyway. You are limited by the audio source. You're better off to save 20 bucks on your headset and spend $20 on an entry-level sound card. I can tell the difference between onboard and a basic sound card with $2 earbuds, and so can you. It's night and day. So spend your money wisely. Now let's talk the customer who's already got a decent sound card and is looking for the next level. You're probably going to be spending $50 to $80 on a headset, and you're going to be looking for more than just basic comfort and decent build quality. You're going to be looking for bigger drivers, that is bigger speakers inside the earphones, as well as more features. You want your inline audio switches, you want maybe a USB input, although personally I don't really recommend them because I'd much rather have a dedicated sound card than a USB sound card built into the headset. But you're definitely going to want even better audio quality compared to that entry-level consumer because it's going to take a better headset to deliver that better audio source. Now, before you start spending a bunch of money on a headset, and I'm talking over $100, so $100 to $200, you're going to want to upgrade your audio source again. You're probably going to want to get an amplified sound card or a motherboard that has onboard amplified sound in order to take advantage of it. Once you get into higher-end headphones and headsets, something like the PC350 from Sennheiser, or an extreme example, the HD800s, the impedance, that is how much power it takes to drive sound through them, goes up much higher. So without an amplified source, you're not even going to be able to turn the audio level up to a satisfying level to enjoy your content. So that is the high-end consumer. The extreme consumer is going to need something like the HD800s. They're going to need an amplifier and a DAC, that is a digital to analog converter. The one we have here is the Asus Essence 1. It does upsampling, it does high-quality audio, this and that, all kinds of different audio sources, but this is a very extreme example. So most customers aren't really going to notice the difference between those $200 headphones with the decent sound card, with the amp, and this solution, especially if your audio source isn't much higher quality, and those files are more expensive to obtain. So the best bang for the buck, I'd say, is your good quality sound card with your $50 to $100 headset. So guys, if you don't already have something like that, maybe it's time to shop for it, and thank you for checking out our headphone guide on NCIX Tech Tips.